What's going on, people? This is Shok, and I know it's been a very long time since I've done a video. I know you guys have been curious as to what the hell I've been doing, what I've been up to. Plain and simple, guys, I've been working, man. Like, I've been working ever since I got that confirmation to go E3. I was like, damn, after I calculated all my expenses for the trip and everything, I was like, I'm going to have to take up like a lot of freaking hours at this job. So pretty much every day, I'm working. That's pretty much what I'm doing. When I'm not working, I'm playing Smash. Basically, I started going to tournaments. If you guys have been following me on Twitter or you have me on Facebook, you would know that I started attending, Smash tournaments. I'm not talking about small little, friendly tournaments or little GameStop things. I'm talking about, actual ranked, tournaments where a lot of pro players, go to. For Project M, that is. I really don't play Melee like that, and I don't play Brawl at all. But yeah, I've been playing Project M whenever I'm not working. So that's kind of what I've been doing. And speaking of which, I also will be going to a weekly tournament up in Dallas that will be streamed by Attorney Locator tomorrow at 7 Central Time. So if you guys want to tune in and watch me most likely get my ass kicked, because there's going to be a lot of pros there like Sethlon and Denty. McBad's most likely going to be there. CT0 is going to be there. So yeah, tune into that tomorrow at 7 Central Time. I'll probably be able to be on stream. But anyways, let's talk about Nintendo's future plans with E3 2014. I know a lot of you guys are anticipating my thoughts, on all the information, they gave out yesterday. It's a mixed bag for me. It really is. It really is. And for those of you who are like, oh my god, Nintendo has done it again. They're not having a conference and whatnot. Don't think that it's me not caring about that, because I do. I think it sucks complete and total ass that they are not going to go on stage again. If you guys remember the videos I did last year, I was like hella pissed. I was shocked. And really, I should be even more pissed now that I'm actually going to be at E3 as press, and I would have actually been able to sit down inside the Nokia Theater and actually watch the conference with my own eyes live. I should be more upset now, but the only reason why I'm not angry, the only reason why I'm not livid is because I expected it. That's pretty much all it boils down to. Like I said, I'm not saying it's not a big deal. I'm not saying it's okay, it doesn't not suck. All I'm saying is I kind of expected it, so I really can't be that angry. I prepared myself for this. You know what I mean? So I'm really not angry. I'm disappointed. It sucks. I'm disappointed. There's definitely disappointment there. But I wouldn't really say there's any kind of anger there. So, kind of a mixed bag for me. It's cool, but it's not cool at the same time. The cool parts are, of course, how there's going to be a Smash Bros. Tournament there where they're going to be inviting 16 players and 2 commentators, by the way. I thought that was pretty interesting that they added them in there. But yeah, so they're going to be picking, sending out invitations to 16 highly skilled Smash players. I can't wait to see who those players are, because you guys know how I'm, fully, I'm in the Smash scene or whatever. I know these people, so I'm going to see, how well Nintendo understands and how closely they're watching the competitive Smash scene. You see what I'm saying? So that's going to be interesting. Smash is also going to be at Best Buy. I think it's kind of strange that they kind of made it seem like Smash is going to be the only game there, but I'm sure there's probably going to be 1 or 2 other games they're going to be doing at these Best Buy events as well. But as of right now, it kind of sounds like Smash is probably going to be the only game they're going to be putting around these Best Buys. And then there's going to be the Nintendo Treehouse live streaming, where it's basically going to be the developers and, the Treehouse guys that are usually in the directs or whatever. They're pretty much going to be on the show floor. It's going to be after the direct. Well, it's not even going to be a direct, but after the E3 presentation live stream that Nintendo's going to do, which is called the Nintendo Digital Event. After they do that, they're going to do a little Treehouse thing where pretty much all day during the show floor hours, we're going to be getting more details on the games there, whatever. We're going to have developers at their booths, talking about these games, talking about the Wii U versions of those games, things like that. I think that's cool. I think that's dope. I think that's badass. We have something to watch all day, you know, specific Nintendo content all day long. I think that's awesome. And I forgot to even talk about the Nintendo digital event. A lot of people are like, what is the digital event? I thought it was pretty obvious, but apparently a lot of people don't really get it. But basically, this digital event is going to be what's replacing the conference, or what's replacing the Direct. By the sounds of it, it's going to be basically a Direct on steroids. You know, pretty much. Because they're not calling it a Direct, you know, they're calling it a digital event. It's going to be happening 9 a.m. Pacific time on June 10th. So yeah, like I said, it just kind of sounds like a beefed up, you know, Nintendo Direct, which is great. You know, I just really wish they went on stage this year, you know, especially because I'm attending. Because I don't know about you guys, but for me last year, that Direct left me like, I don't know, it didn't leave me full. You know what I mean? It was kind of over, just abruptly, quickly. It didn't feel as meaty. It wasn't as hype. And the main reason why this sucks is because they are going to show the next Zelda at this E3, and we're not going to be able to get a live audience reaction from it, you know? So that's just going to suck, because it's going to be like what? This is going to be like the first like major Zelda title to come out where we don't have this, you know, hype ass, you know, reactions we can look forward to. And that's kind of one of my main gripes about the whole no conference thing in general is I like live reactions, you know, that's just how I am. I like to see how the audience reacts. Those are the kind of moments, you know, that make E3 for me, you know? The cheering or the silence, you know, when something like really, or you know, the booing, things like that. Those are all things that I feel that makes E3 great. But like I said, I'm not angry or anything about it because I've expected it. I accepted it a long time ago. I'm accepting it now because it's confirmed. I just accept it, man. It is what it is. So, Nintendo, all this stuff actually sounds pretty cool. It does. It sounds, despite the fact that there will be no conference, it all sounds cool. But, here is the problem. All these things sound cool. All these things seem great to us, the Nintendo fans. You guys see where I'm getting at? Sounds great to us, but what is essentially the main thing I've been saying this whole time? Nintendo needs to branch out. Sure, they could survive with Nintendo fans. I mean, they've been doing it since the N64, because with the N64, all they had was Nintendo fans with that install base. With the GameCube, all they had was Nintendo fans with that install base. So far with the Wii U, they only have a small portion of the Nintendo fan base, because even Nintendo fans don't even own a Wii U yet. You know, a lot of them are still waiting for Mario Kart and Smash and stuff. You see what I mean? But it's like I said before, it's one thing to survive, and it's another thing to actually grow. It's another thing to actually take your user base, your fan base, to the next level. There's a difference between surviving and thriving. You see what I'm saying? Expand, grow, evolve, become better. And all these things Nintendo is doing, you know, I appreciate their, you know, uniqueness. I appreciate how, you know, they try to, you know, kind of do their own style of things and things like that. You know, that's great. But Nintendo, getting Nintendo fans hyped for your stuff isn't going to really do anything for you in the long run. You see what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what it boils down to. You guys may not say, you may not see, you know, having a conference as that much of a big deal, that much of a big factor. But as I've been proven right about before, like I've been saying this whole time, for those of you who may be new subscribers, you know, in 2013, I got on Nintendo continuously for having every freaking Direct dedicated to the 3DS and not the Wii U, right? And a lot of people are like, well, the 3DS is their moneymaker, you know, yada yada, they don't need to focus on the Wii U, you know, they don't need to do all this advertisement and stuff, and what's the point of hyping games that aren't going to be coming out anytime soon? PS4 comes out with no games, still has no games, selling like hotcakes. You see what I'm saying? Sony with the PS4 has proven this. I'm going to keep reiterating until you guys get it. Showmanship goes such a long way. Such a long way. And it might sound silly, and it is kind of silly. But believe it or not, somebody will be more inclined to buy a Wii U if they saw Zelda on the stage than if they see Zelda on a simple, direct kind of presentation. You see what I'm saying? And I know that sounds silly, but that's the truth. You see what I mean? Because, I mean, think about it, guys. Look at it. When Nintendo just announced yesterday that they weren't going to be back on stage, you already have people saying, oh, they're not even going to be out E3. They're not going to be at E3. Nintendo's done. I'm done. I'm done with Nintendo. Done. People are done just because they're not going on stage. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you guys, and I'll keep on saying it until you guys get it. Like I said, Sony has proven this with the PS4. Hype, showmanship, throwing a show, making a splash, making a big deal out of yourself, it goes a long way. So all these E3 plans Nintendo is doing, I actually think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty great. For us, for myself, and the rest of the Nintendo fan base. But for everybody else, it's not cutting it for them. They want Nintendo to get on stage. So you see what I'm saying? This is great for the Nintendo fan base, but at the same time, I'm also thinking of it from a business standpoint for Nintendo. And I'm thinking, hey, Nintendo, you know, you need to get more than just Nintendo fans. Is what you're doing going to further your fan base, your user base? No. No, 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 no. All these creative, unique antics that you guys are pulling off just for the sake of doing it, which is pretty much why they're doing it in the first place, it's not going to do you that much good in the long run. That's just the way I see it. Nintendo, you have Nintendo fans back in the day who fell off, right? You need to get them back, and then you have people who were never Nintendo fans or people who just started gaming last generation. You need to get them. Those are the people you need to get, Nintendo, because those are the majority of gamers. If you want the Wii U to make a comeback, bounce back, if you want you guys to make a comeback, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to, don't stop appealing to your fan base, don't stop appealing to Nintendo fans, but start appealing to others as well. Now, since the N64, what was that one Nintendo system that was crazy successful? The Wii. Did they cater to a fan base outside of just the Nintendo fan base? Yes, my point in case. You see what I'm saying? You gotta branch out outside of your pre-existing fan base. That's the only way you're going to get any mass, actual, significant success. You see what I mean? Because, yeah, you could sell 30 million Wii U's and make a profit out of it at the end of the day. I mean, Nintendo made a profit off the GameCube, right? They didn't lose any money off the GameCube. The GameCube was profitable, despite selling just 22 million. But even Nintendo was they still considered the GameCube a failure. You see what I'm saying? So they made a profit. It sold the Nintendo fan base, but that's the problem. It only sold to the Nintendo fan base. It didn't branch out. It didn't get those non-Nintendo fans in. And all this stuff you guys are doing, you're not putting yourselves in a better position than you already are. It's great for us, you know, I'm appreciative of it. I think it's great that people are going to be able to play Smash at Best Buy. You know, I like how Nintendo's, you know, trying to bring E3 to the fans. All that stuff is great. But like I said, presence goes a long way, you know, and not being on stage, that makes your presence weaker. I'm not saying non-existent, people. I'm saying weaker. It makes their presence weaker. Not having a conference, that makes your presence weaker. Not to mention that the stream is probably going to be lagging like it was last year. I missed so much footage and game announcements last year, so I'm definitely not looking forward to the fact that it's going to be live streamed again. And but what was I saying? You know, showmanship, you know, presence, hype, all that stuff goes such a long way. Look at the PS4. The PS4 is still running off of hype right now. That's what it's selling off of. It's not selling off of Infamous. I'm sure Infamous boosted the sales or whatever, but Infamous is no, you know, Mario Kart or, you know, Halo or anything like that. You see what I mean? People are still buying a PS4 just for the next generation hype. You see what I mean? It still has no games. None of the three consoles, well, I mean, the Wii U has some games, but as far as, you know, those big, you know, heavy hitter must-haves, I would say it's just Tropical Freeze and, you know, 3D World. You know, if you have a Wii U and you don't have those games, you shouldn't have a Wii U. You see what I mean? But, keep telling you guys. I keep telling you guys. But I know I just keep repeating myself, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Thanks for watching, y'all. See you guys later. Peace.